Okay, I'm doing a valve job over here. I just got done doing the intakes. So I'll just recut these seats here. So these here I'm cutting, redoing these. There's the lips down here I don't like, so I'm cutting those out. So these heads are totally different. This one has looks like Martin Wheel seats in here. They're extremely hard, don't cut. Very, very tough seats. I used to use these back in the 60s and 70s. They don't wear out much either. They're hard. These are modern seats which cut a lot easier. So this set here has two new seats in it. These ones here look like originals over here. So I got to cut these ones out too. So anyway, I got a little bit of a lip to cut out of this. So we'll cut that out, redo it. So anyway, that's what they look like after they're smoothed up. They're nice and smooth flow area around the seat, right like that. And this one here, you can see there's a lip up into there. Here, finger catches on it also. So we're getting rid of these lips. This one here is a little bit more of a lip to it on this side, a lot deeper. So there you go. All right. Just had set. We got jumped ahead a little bit, trying to make up for time. Got 2 days to get a bike together. Motor running, everything. Johnny's done today, but now you work on the heads. Put the top in on the bike and the motor, and then put it in the frame and get it running. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Do that in 2 days. Everything's been perfect on this job so far. All right. Oh, can't do that yet, dumbass. It's so damn cold as we move. Oh. Everything's tight, tight, tight. Yep, guess I didn't tighten those down very far yet. There's that one. Okay. Oop, too much. Up there. Damn, that's pretty damn close. For that one. Way the hell off. And way different than that one, yeah. Yeah, these seats are way, everything's way sideways on this set over here. This front head's really bad. Yeah. This guy was way that way. This one here is leaning way toward the push rod right now. I gotta pull it back straight. And it's also toward the inside. Right. Makes it interesting. Alright. Oh well. It is what it is. Make it work. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is mark where the seat is. Already cut in there. Let's see here. This one looks pretty good. This is where the seat is right now. It's already cut in the heads. So if I'm going to use this or not, I'm not sure. We'll find out. Okay, this is already cut for the diamond I'm going to use. Let's see what we get. Aluminum. So this one's sunk in there pretty good, so I get what we're going to get out of it. Center. See what we got this time. It's coming just about where I'll come in on my seat at. It looks like we might be good to go on this one. Okay, just a touch deeper. About 5 thou or so is all I need. There we go. Okay, looks like that cut that lip out pretty good. All right. So I cut the lip out right there pretty nicely. So that's good. Matches up to the seat that's in there, so we'll see how this looks now. Okay, so this one I'll do a quick lap on it, see what we got. Go from there. The rear head, rear, front, rear. That's what the big R on there means. In case you know what rear is spelled, it's not for right, it's for rear. Okay, do that one. Do the same thing on this one. Okay, there's your mark right there being left on the seat. Fairly good. And that looks like it's in there. Pretty narrow on the one side. With a narrow one I like. Really narrow. Okay. Someone's trying to save that. All right. That ain't gonna work. Oh, it would work, but not to my standard. So we're gonna make it work to my standard now. That means we're gonna cut it. Instead of doing that one, we'll go over and do this one. Oh, I can't do that. I got to change it all. Yeah. We'll just do this one. So mark the original seat, so I can tell when I'm cutting away the new one, the old one from the new one. Okay. Much smoother job now. Let's see where we at here. Go a little bit deeper. Another 5 thou or so will do it. So these are my cutters here. See how these are nice, more of a radius finish in there versus this one over here. So recutting. Different people do different ways of doing things. Alright, so now I'm going to go and do my top cut. So I'll cut it until I get to that red line just a little bit. And that should give me what I'm looking for my finish. Right there. It flows in real nice now. So I came down until I just touched the red mark there. So now you can see it's a nice, you got radiuses on the inside, your seat, the top angle, then you go into another radius on top. So the flow looks like it's a nice even flow, it just rolls right around real nice and cleanly. This one here, it's got kind of a radius on the inside a little bit, not as even. A little bit of a kind of inner angle on it, the seat angle, and there's a top angle, and there's a big lip where the cutter was inside of the actual cut into the head. So they never did a top cut where it got rid of all this excess material here that doesn't let the air flow. So that's the difference in the valve jobs between how I do it and other people do it. Okay. Difference. Okay, now this one's going to be, I got to change the angle on this. Well, I didn't do anything on this one. That was a dumbass. So I'm going to change the damn thing. Okay, let me get over the airline. And recenter the head up before I did it. I get to redo all that. Oh well. Okay, I'll take this out. Alright, that was the rear valve, that's this one. Okay, so you can see what the lap mark was. See how it's got a pretty good area on the top here where it's not all the way up the top of the valve. After I lap this again, it'll be up right up to the edge there, close to it. Right now you're not using a full valve diameter. Pretty much giving away your excess valve size. If you're not out there to the outside edge, you're not taking full advantage of your valve. Okay. Oh yeah, big difference. Okay, so now you can see where I'm out. There's just barely a sliver left of the finish or the ground valve, and I'm right up on it. So now you still got room for the valve to sink into the head a little bit without making a lip, but you're taking full advantage of your valve head, which gives you maximum power. It also helps cool the valve a little bit better because it's cooling more that outside diameter where it's hot. Make sure I got a nice seat all the way around, and it looks like I do. Good, that's what it's supposed to be. So you can see the lap mark here, which is actually where the seat is. And then you got, like, you got an inner angle, a radius, you have a flat spot here, and you got an upper radius coming in here, which is my parabolic curve angle here. It's got a little bit of a flat spot on tip, and it goes into a nice parabolic curve. It's not a straight radius, it's a curve. That way it flows right into the chamber really nice here. If you want to, you can come in and cut off this outer edge a little bit right here and blend in the chamber even better. High performance jobs, I do that. On regular jobs, it's not needed. That only helps in a really high flow lift. Okay, so now I got to redo this. Center it and head it out. Ah, man, this thing's heavy. It's like trying to slide with glue on it. Okay. Okay, I got to center up this valve guide now. So this here we have a level right here. Can't wait to see a little better. Yeah. Risk of dropping the damn camera too. Okay, so we're going to try to make this bubble not be bubbled way over. See, right now you got to move it way over like this. Oh, wrong direction. Got to go this way. So I got to move the head. The head needs to be moved that way, I think. So I have to loosen up on the back side. Don't loosen all the way, I'll be tension on it. Okay, now we'll move this till the level comes in. Not too much on that far now. I moved it that time. Oh. You also got to change the table this way. Okay, come back and do the level this way. See, I changed this one because it's so far off. And that's set up pretty good. Tighten that down. That one. Pinch the finger. Pinching the finger in the stud hurts. Okay, so now our level is level this way. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can see it this way maybe. Yeah, hard to tell. Ah. See it now. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, so now you can see the level right there. When you go this direction, it's level that way also. It's kind of straighten like this, how you're supposed to look. So when you do it both this way and this way, that means this pilot is sticking straight up in the air in every angle. So when you turn your cutter over here, well, when you turn this cutter, it doesn't put a load on it this way or this way, which makes the cutter go off center, which knocks your valve off, concentricity gets way out of whack. So that's why you do it that way. This machine will tolerate some amount of air because it has a ball drive on it. See, it's a ball drive, so it's free to float, but it helps to be close. The closer you are, the better the job is. Okay, move this down a little bit. And I'm going to do the other head right here. Okay, now these are going to be extremely hard. Ain't going to cut for squat. I'll have to come back and do a final grind afterwards. So it's going to make a lot of noise because it's going to not cut very well. Okay, let's mark it right there so I kind of see where we're at. It's not good for my cutters either. It hates cutting this crap. This has an air chuck on it. That's why you hear the air leaking when I'm moving it. This thing way down, it's going to chatter like crazy. Okay, let's see what happens here. Man, that is some hard stuff. Alright, I got the top angle in there. Come on, another cut. This is the actual seat cutter here. Recenter. Always recenter after you cut because it moves around a little bit, even though it's not supposed to. It does. Especially in these hard seats. hard ass seats. Okay, where's my angle at? Okay, yep, there's what I'm looking for. It's there. Alright, now that valve is not sunk like all the other ones are. So seat's up way high in here. I think it's the highest valve, which is going to be a problem. It's a really high lift cam. So this intake's pretty high, and this exhaust is pretty high. This thing is sunk down deep, and the other intake's sunk pretty deep. At least by how it looks like the cotton. I haven't measured them yet, so I don't know for sure. Okay. Okay, you see how the chatter marks are in here? These are very hard seats, very high nickel content, very hard to cut. You can hear how hard they were not really cutting very well. But you can see my seat angles in there. But you can also see these chatter marks in there, so now I gotta grind it to get rid of the chatter marks. A stone will cut away chatter most of the time, within reason. Okay, so I'm gonna pick me out a stone to use. Let's see. That's one I can use maybe. Let's see, 45 or some other angle. Yep, that's 45. Okay, you gotta see what size the valve is. Stone has to be bigger than the valve. It is. Okay, where's my holder at? Okay, this is all quick way stuff here. This doesn't work with the Sun and Pilots. See, they're really loose. See? It's 4 different size. Everybody makes their stuff different, so it's different. This is the quick pilot. See, it doesn't rattle. You can't mix and match parts. Except I can mix and match the holder. It's in the right one, but it doesn't work. Not holder, but insert tool. Okay, now you come in here and grind this here, and there's a square. It's the old way of doing stuff. So this is probably from the 50s. It's quick way hold stuff. Still works just fine. So you can see how bad it is. See these high spots right here? That's where it just hit. Nothing else. It's only hitting on these high spots. Not very many of them either. That's probably about 10-15% contact at most. We're shooting for 100% contact, not 10 to 15. So now we have to grind a little bit deeper. Still only getting in there. It's coming in a little better. Still not there yet, but it's coming in. You can see how it doesn't want to grind. This stuff does not want to grind either. See the line going across right here above my finger nail here? That is your actual valve seats, right? Little narrow spot right there going around. So I got to bring it in until it gets wider. See how it's real fat right there? That's a high spot. Everything else is low spots. So we're about 60% contact right now, but we don't have anything going full circle yet. Alright, now we got something coming around. Better. It's 100% on this side, but it's Got a big low spot right there in the front. You don't want to force it to cut because then it knocks it off center. Need more. Oh, these things don't cut. There we go. Got a seat in there now. When it comes in, it starts coming in pretty quickly. Okay, you can see how we're not quite full width here, but we are on. See, we're full width right over here. We're full width over here. Pretty good going around there. This light's probably making it look worse than it really is. Looks like our worst spot's right here. It's got some chatter marks right there, which is where our low contact point is. We'll look good around the back side. So one more of those grinds like that, it should be good enough. Much better. Okay, so you can see how now those are almost all gone right there. The seat's a lot wider coming down, so we're probably going to be on the valve face now. So now the valve should seal on there. Okay, there you go. The seat's a lot wider than I normally run, but these hard-ass seats, you got no choice. You got to live with what you get. Those away. Go. She only got about 100 of them damn pilots up there, see. All kinds of weird shit. You got everything from flathead Ford with no guide to, you know, massive semi-truck size stuff he's never ever used in his life. So you got a little micro stuff that goes real small down here. Dinky ass things there you never use down there either. Dad used to buy one of everything. You never know when you needed to use it, so now I use some of it every now and then. It's weird. Okay, so now we're going to take this valve and lap it. We'll also see what the seat looks like, and hopefully everything's on center. Sounds good. That's a good sign. Usually if the valve won't spin, it's locked up solid. That's not a good sign. You can hear it when it comes down nice and even sounding. It releases cleanly. And that usually means you're pretty good. You get a good idea what things sound like over time, what's good and bad. Okay, so that valve, see, same deal, it's right out on the edge now. Now being a ground seat so fat, you can see it's almost on the very edge. You can barely even see a line at all now, because it's a lot fatter than it should be. It's well broken in now. And there's a line, thin line going around. Not really thick, but it'll last because it ain't gonna pound. So you can see a little thin line going across there, a little bit thicker on this side, pretty thick right there, and about the same through here. So, but there, you want to see a gray line all the way around. That means the valve sealing. Okay, so that all looks pretty good. Like I said, this flows up real nice and even now. So, gives you still get a good job. It's just a pain in the ass way of doing it. Okay. All right. Get these cleaned up and we'll move on to the next stage.